Welcome to Bone Builders. Go ahead and sit up nice and tall, feet flat to the floor, and we'll go ahead and get started with our warm-up. We're going to start in the neck, gently looking down towards the floor and looking up towards the ceiling. And gently back down. Moving along in a comfortable range of motion. Making sure it's not painful. We'll do it one more time. Both positions. Bringing the gaze back forward, leveling the chin. We'll look over to the right and then over to the left. As your head and neck gently move side to side, we're going to keep the hips and shoulders facing forward. Let's do it one more time, looking both ways. Head's going to come back center, leveling the chin. We're going to lean our head over towards the right side. Finding a comfortable spot to hang out in. And deep breath in, slowly release, and we'll take it over to the left side. Deep breath in, slowly release. Let's bring the head back center, extending that right arm, and let's draw some circles with it. Now as you make a circle, I want you to adjust the size, the height, and possibly the position of your circle. If there's any pain through the front of it, you're going to draw your circle in front of the body. And go ahead and change the direction. We want to keep the chest lifted, that comfortable range of motion, and we'll move it over to the left arm. Relaxing through the elbow, soften through the hand and the fingers, adjust the position, the height, whatever you need to make it a comfortable range. And let's change the direction. One more circle. Breathing in, let's take the arms in front of the body, reaching up overhead, and exhale, reaching back. Big breath in and out. Chest is going to stay lifted as we move through. Feet stay flat to the floor. Brace in the core as we reach up. And last one. Give the arms a shake. We're going to take them out to the side, bring the hands in front, pull them into the chest, and open up wide. To the front, pull them in, extend to sides. Hands can be shoulder height or lower. Relax through the hands. Last one. Bend at the elbows, bring the hands in front. Palms are going to face the floor. Let's flip the palms up and then back to the floor. Flipping palms up, palms down. One more time. Moving into wrist circles or wrist rolls. Draw on a circle with the fingers. Just loosening up the wrists. And changing the direction. Let's lift the hands up so fingertips face the ceiling. Palms will face each other. We're going to flex over to the right and over to the left. Gently flexing and extending through both wrists. Finding that comfortable range. Making sure we don't force it. Relaxing through the fingers. Last one over to each side. We're going to extend the fingers out and then make a loose fist. Open gently and close. Let's leave the fingers extended and wiggle them all around. And shake it out. We're gonna get into the lower body now. Knees are bent to 90, ankle right underneath the knee. We're gonna alternate. First, that right foot's gonna step outside the hip, bring it back in and take it over to the left side. Stepping out, and other side. Letting the movement come from the hip. Making sure we're not leading with the ankle. That's gonna put some strain on that knee joint, causing it to cave in. We want to think to push it out. One more from each side. And now we're going to alternate leg extensions. Extend and tap that right heel in front. Return and switch to the left. You have the option to lift the foot up from the floor as you extend the leg. Hands can rest wherever they feel most comfortable. Last one each side, and then we're going to extend that right leg back out in front so we can draw some circles with the toes and roll out the ankles. Go ahead and change the direction. Setting that foot down, let's move over to the left side. Easy circles, or as close as we can be to a circle. Changing the direction. Placing that foot back to the floor. Now we're going to use both feet, lifting the heels up, set them down and lift the toes. Heel lift into a toe lift. Pushing the toes and the ball of the foot into the floor. Feeling that stretch through the arch. And last one. Now we're going to march it out. Lifting the knee up, setting the foot down. Arms bent and pumping along. You choose how high you want to lift the knee and the pace that you do it. And one more each side. Let's step the feet a little wider outside the hips, toes to corners, hands to thighs. We're going to loosen up our lower back. So lift up the rib cage, pull the belly in strong, and we're going to hinge it forward as far as you can comfortably go. Then push into those heels, engage your glutes to help lift the shoulders back up over hips. We want all the muscles in that back side of your body to help get you upright and not just rely on the low back. Shoulders are relaxed, chest is open. Working in a comfortable range of motion. Moving along as you breathe. Let's do it one more time. And now bring the knees back in line with hips. We're going to do a little bit of a movement pattern just to get your brain warmed up as well. So we're going to step out, out, in, forward, forward, step it back, back, out, out, in, forward, forward, back, back, out, out, in, forward, forward, back, back, out, out, bring it in, step it forward, forward, bring it back, back, out, out, in, step forward, forward, back, back, out, out, in, step forward, forward, bring it back, back, out, out, in, step forward, forward, back, back, and done. All right, we're nice and warm. We're going to get into our different movement patterns or exercises that we have today. I'm going to show you seated options as well as standing options. But first one, we're all going to start seated because we are going to do sit to stands. So a good sit to stand. Option number one, if you know you are not able to get up and out of the chair, you can grab your hand weights if you'd like to use them. Arms down by the sides. Set the shoulders, feet hip distance apart. We're going to pull the weights up to about your waistline. Elbows go into back corners and push it down. You're going to lift them up and push them down. Now, if you want, another option where you're going to push into the arms, lifting the hips up and setting them down like a chair dip. Other option is to use the arms of the chair, push out, coming all the way up to standing, and then hips sit back, knees bend, and sitting back down. The other option, if you don't want to push off the arms of the chair, is to push off your thighs and stand it up. Other option, no hands, you can cross them, let them hang down by your sides, whichever feels best for you. All right, so now the time is going to start for real. That was all just showing you what you needed to do. Set up, feet hip distance apart, ankles right underneath the knees or a small step back. We don't want them so far back that the knees are way over the toes. That's not good for your knees. We want to make sure that these knees stay apart and do not bow and cave into each other as we stand up or sit down. You want to keep them hip distance apart. All right, here we go. Clock is officially going to start. Lifting up and out of your chair and then easing back down into it. Even though I'm not here, I still like quality over quantity. So take the time that you need in between, making sure you are secure in your footing, stable and strong in your movement. We're going to push into the heels, squeeze our butt, and propel up out of the chair. Hips sit back, knees bend, and ease down back into the chair. Posture looks good. Way to keep the chest lifted, shoulders down. The breath is going to flow in through the nose and out through nose or mouth. Now, if you want, you can stay standing and choose the standing options or return back to your chair for seated options. Seated option, we have pointer. So right arm is, everybody, right arm is going to come in front of the shoulder. Left hand can come to grab the pretend bar or hand to the hip. Left leg can be bent or extended. And we're going to extend the right arm out to a high V. Left leg is going to slide outside the hip to a corner and then bring it back in. So coming from that bent knee position, it'll look like this. And the straight leg position will be sliding it outside the hip and bring it in. Standing option, go ahead, seated, you can take a break on this one. Standing, same thing, but line up the joints on that right leg. Soften the knee, hand in front, the other hand can be to the hip or to the pretend bar or the chair. And we're gonna step it outside the hip, bring it back in, or the option to lift it from the floor and bring it in. And here we go. Clock is official. Reaching out and then pulling it in. We are targeting abdominal muscles, these cross transverse muscles that connect the right side, right upper body to the left lower body. Our abs are going to brace. We want to squeeze our butt to help stabilize the pelvis. Hand is going to stay in front of the body as we extend it out. Posture looks good. Way to stand nice and tall or sit nice and tall. Moving with control, and that is time. Shake it out, and now we're going to do it to the other side. So now it's right leg, left arm moving. Right hand, find the hip, the chair, the seat, the pretend bar. And here we go. Stepping it out and bring it in. Soften that support knee. Hips and shoulders are going to stay squared to the front. And we don't need this big high lift. It should be small because you're squeezing your butt to pull the leg out and bring it in. Kind of like we're pushing off. Rib cage lifted. Our abs are braced, so we're nice and stable through the trunk of the body. And that is time. Very nice. Shake it out. Now, if you want, you can use some hand weights as we come into reverse bicep curls. This can be done seated or standing. Wherever you're at, you want the feet hip distance apart. Knees, ankles aligned, shoulders over hips. Palms of the hands are going to face behind you, and we're going to hinge at the elbows to bring the hands up in front of the shoulders, and now palms face out to the front away from you. So, before we get started, everybody should lift the shoulders, set them back and down. And now here we go, curling, bringing them up in front of the shoulders, and easing them back down. Go ahead and engage those glute muscles, stabilizing the pelvis. Belly pulled in, core is nice and stable. Nice and controlled on the way up. Pause at the top so those stabilizer muscles can engage. And same thing at the bottom. Chest open. We're not rounded and crunched. And last one. Beautiful job. Go ahead and shake it out. If you want, you can set the weights down, or if seated wants to use them, and put them on top of their thighs. We are going to alternate forward lunges. So seated, what we're going to do is have those ankles underneath the knees. You're going to step forward with the right, pull it back in, and step forward with the left, and bring it back in. So you're going to look like that. Standing option. You can hold on to the weights if you'd like, down by your sides, or don't use them and put them down. What we're going to do is that same thing, stepping forward, lifting the back heel, stepping back in. Pushing off that back ball of the foot, stabilizing through the foot and the ankle. And if you want, you can take it a little further. Clock is official. So now if you've been waiting for me, go ahead and start. Now standing, if you want to take it a little further, as you step forward, let's bend both knees, stepping back in. Stepping, taking that bend, lift it up and bring it in. It does not have to be a deep knee bend. You just want to lower down, bend both of them so you feel your quad muscles engage. That's the muscles in the front of your thighs. Shoulders we want to keep over hips. Maybe a slight lean forward, but we don't want to tip forward too far. Breathe it in through the nose, out through nose or mouth. Last one right here. And pull it in, shake it out. Let's finish up our 6 exercises with some side raises to front raises. Standing or seated, you pick. Feet hip distance apart, setting the shoulders, lifting them down, back and together. Soft elbows, we're gonna take them out to the sides, floating down, and take them to the front, and float down. Go ahead. Clock is going, and to the front, floating back down. So we're coming out, that pause so those stabilizer muscles can engage at the top and the bottom of our motion. Out to the side, we want to keep those hands and the weight in front of the body. You can look straight ahead, out to the front, down towards the floor, that's fine. Making sure the legs are not completely locked out. You want to give just a little softness. And that is time. Beautiful job. Shake it out. Now let's do it all over again. Where are we going to go back to? Does anybody know? Do we know? We know. Sit to stands. All right, so this time around, we all remember our options. Weights up to waistline, hands, no hands, and maybe you want to add one weight, grabbing the big parts, holding it in front of your chest, or maybe you want the 2 weights and hold them in front of your chest. All right, set your position. Feet hip distance apart or a little wider. Ankles underneath the knees or just a little step behind. And here we go. When you're ready, push, lift, and ease back down. Driving through the heels, squeeze your butt. We want to make sure that not just the front of your thighs are working. We want the hamstrings right in the back of your thigh and your glutes to work too. This is why sit to stands are an amazing exercise that we all love, because they work your whole body. Couple more, you got it. Big breath out, propelling out of the seat. And last one, where you can stay up if you want to be up or sit back down. We're going to come back into those standing pointer, bird dog, same name, different name, same exercise. Right hand, left leg, left hand can go to the hip, the bar, the chair. So seated will look like this, or that leg extended out in front, slide it outside the hip, or go ahead, standing, weight on that right leg, and extend it out and bring it in. All right, everybody, clock is going. Squeeze the butt, pushing that leg outside the hip. Arms extending out in front. Thumb's gonna be up. On that base foot, big toe, little toe, heel, ball of the foot, press it into the floor. Nice job. Movement looks good. I know it looks good. I've seen it. And last one. Beautiful job. Shake it out and let's take it over to the other side. Right hand to hip, the bar, the chair, the pretend bar. Right leg, left hand. Here we go. Sliding it out and bring it in. Move in with control, whether the toe taps or you lift it completely off the floor. Alternate between them if you want. Nice job. Ooh, we got like 20 seconds left. Whew. We're steady breathing. We feel those glutes engaged, hips nice and stable, core turned down, core nice and stable. And that is time. Weights if you want to grab them for reverse bicep curls. Seated or standing, you pick. Set the feet, hip distance apart or a little wider. Shoulders lift up, set them back down. Chest open, and here we go, it's official. Curling up, hands come in front of the shoulders, and back down. You can have the weights just to the outside of the body or right in front, whichever feels better through your elbows. If it does not feel good through the elbows to have them in narrower in front of the hips, then take them outside the hips. Posture looks good. Our pelvis is nice and stable. Breathing in one way, and out through that straw in the mouth, the other part of the move. That is time. Weights if you want to use them. These will be our alternating forward stepping lunges. So weights if you want to hold them or stick them to the thighs. If you don't, get them out of the way, under the chair to the side. Seated, we're going to step that right foot forward, pull it in, and left foot forward. Standing, same thing. You can step forward, bring it back, and switch. Clock is going, so join in when you're ready. Stepping forward, we're gonna lift that heel, push off the ball of the foot to shift the weight forward and bring it back in. And that option, little knee bend if you want to take it. Feel free to hold on to the chair for additional support. We always want to make sure that we come back feet wide. We don't want to narrow our stance. Nice job keeping the chest lifted. And that is time. Last move, we're gonna grab those weights for those side raises to the front raises. If at this point you have started to fatigue and the weights are starting to not feel good, put them down and work range of motion. You're still gonna get a good workout. Set your posture, roll the shoulders back down and together, turn those abs on, and let's float it out to the side, float back down, and take it to the front, and floating down. Bend in the elbow so the hands stay in front of the body. Nice job. Strength of those muscles, lifting it up. Stabilizer muscles at the top of the bottom. And the other part of the working muscle pair activates as we lower back down. Feeling it in the arms, the shoulders. Last one. And nice job. Go ahead and set them down. And now we get to stretch. Go ahead, take a seat. Let's extend that right leg out in front. Draw some circles with the toes. We just did some stuff to work with the ankles, with that flexion and extension. Changing the direction. And now foot to floor, let's grow nice and tall. Soften the knee, hinging it forward to get a hamstring stretch. So we want to feel that in the back of our thigh, not behind the knee. So if you feel it behind the knee, bend it or lift up a little taller, or both. Deep breath in, slowly release, come back up, pulling that right leg in, left leg will extend, back to those ankle circles. Changing the direction. And foot to floor, hamstring stretch, rib cage lifts, core is turned on and strong before we hinge forward to support our low back. Finding a comfortable spot to relax into as you breathe. You can look towards the foot, out in front, or straight ahead. Deep breath in. Let's release it, lifting it up. Foot pulls in, lifting the heels, set them down, lift the toes. Heel lift, toe lift. And one more. Arms are going to come out to the side. Let's do some slow, low circles. Remember, any pain or discomfort through the front of the shoulder, keep the hands in front of the body. And change in the direction. Right arm is going to come across the chest. We're going to soften the elbow. Left hand is going to hold from underneath on the back of the forearm. Relax the shoulder, and we're going to hold here. You want to feel the stretch through the shoulder. And remember, nothing painful. Taking a deep breath in. Let's exhale and open. And now that left arm's going to come across. Holding from underneath on the back of the forearm with that right hand. Soften the elbow, relax the shoulder. Let's take a deep breath in, gently release, open up, little roll of the wrists. And finishing up with our 2 breaths, nice and tall on the way up. Release, and 1 more. And pat yourself on the back. Nice job today, way to come in and work hard. Number 1, way to show up for yourself. Number 2, working hard. Thank you for coming. Enjoy the rest of the beautiful day.